all the intro that Scott gave, you can forget about it because what I'm doing right now has nothing to do with what I have done over the 25 years, as some of you might have seen. It's been an honor and privilege to be here addressing all of you, and it's just unbelievable, and it's what thought about. There is an ancient yogic dharma called, most powerful thing in the world is a human thought, for it doesn't have any boundaries, physical nor logical, and everything here started with that thought, a simple thought. One of those weekday nights, Malini and I, we came to a kids soccer practice, and we were walking around in the park, and we were looking at the plaques that were there with the names, and we said, we should do something like this. And it started with saying, like, I wonder how much that plaque costs. And we started off with that as a humble thought, and we said, let's think a little bigger and see what else can we do. Yes, we can do a plaque, but is there something else we can do? And that's the email that Malini sent to Miss Elizabeth Murphy saying, we want to do something. And that's truly how it started. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what the art of possible was. We just said, let's not put money as a limit, but let's see what we can do. And that's how this whole journey started for us, with a simple thought. And look where we are today. And I couldn't be more proud from every one of us here on behalf of all the Asha Jyothi team, volunteers, the Chantilly High School team members, and Dr. Poole, who has spent countless hours. We remember every week we almost used to come here, and at some point I was thinking, like, he might be just sick of us, because every time he brings up a plan, we're like, no, I don't think that's enough. We need to do something bigger. We need to do something bigger. And I was afraid that he was not going to take us serious, because at one point I remember telling him that, Dr. Poole, we'd like to make it like the Apple store in Fairfax, Fair Oaks Corner Mall. And he said, that is what my vision is. Is that possible? And he said, like, you must be kidding. You know what it costs. He said, let's just put our heads together and try to do it and see what we can do. That simple thought has today transformed into hopefully what will be considered as one of the state-of-the-art innovation lab. Because we think that this will be the future for the next generation kids and how they are going to do it. This innovation lab is just one of many technology education initiatives that we are going to be taking as Asha Jyothi. There's many more that are going to be coming through. And we also helped, as Dr. Poole said, many other feeder schools here in the Fairfax County, including Brookfield, Rocky Run, Liberty Elementary School, Centerville, Woodson, Mosby Woods, Broad Run, some of the schools that Asha Jyothi has contributed to help different initiatives across all these schools over the last 1 year. Since we started the Asha Jyothi in 2003, we probably donated over $2 million to date in several forms in the last 15 years. And we educated on an annual basis around somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 kids across the globe, mostly in India, but in other countries as well, where we have helped different kids. While we are happy in doing that, we wanted to, again, we don't want to restrict our thought process to saying, okay, can we just help in this pocket of in India, or can we just do it in the US? We said, to truly address the problem from an education perspective and underprivileged kids, we wanted to look at the problem from both sides, because you cannot just have a one-way track. You can't be just limiting yourself to say, we want to help underprivileged kids, because that's only one end of the barrel. But we need to look at it from both sides, from the top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel, and see how we can address this challenge. And that's where our thought process kind of went into. US, for all of us, as we know, is very, we're lucky and fortunate to have a good education system where basic education is something that we all take it for granted, that every kid here is entitled to basic education, public education. But on top of that foundation, we looked at what is it that will help these kids go above and beyond. And we felt that if we were to look at innovation and truly bring in the next generation innovation into to these kids and make it available to them, that could truly change the game. And we are looking and we are hopeful that this kids, the kids who are here, who are privileged to have this innovation labs and makers labs, will be able to bring a change over the coming 15, 20, 25 years, that they will truly bring something that is going to change the world. And we hope that that is something that we are going to be seeding it. To that end, we we took on an audacious task, I would say. Again, this is one of those thoughts that started as a small seed. So we decided to start a donor advised fund to help educate and innovate for schools across the US where Asha Jyothi is a part of, the communities where Asha Jyothi is part of. Manli and I have decided to donate $2 million to the Educate and Innovate Fund to help this Educate and Innovate initiative is essentially to help the schools where Asha Jyothi is in different cities. We talked about New Jersey, San Diego, Seattle, Kansas City, San Francisco, in some of these locations where Asha Jyothi is part of the community, and we truly want to make a difference in those communities where we are part of. And we want to help bring this Educate and Innovate through the innovation labs, maker spaces that we are going to be launching across multiple cities over the coming years. And through this fund, we hope that it is just a small seed that is going to change the way people will look at Asha Jyothi, and more importantly, the local communities. Because in this age, in the present environment we are in, it is important to bring in the cultural diversity into the mix and truly make this a global initiative where we can truly help different people. You know, at the end of the day, I'd like to end this with a quote: "Plant trees under whose shade you do not plan to sit. Selfless service, doing something for nothing." We hope this is one of those trees that we are planting will bear the fruits for the future. And we hope that this is truly going to inspire and bring innovation to a lot of kids across the US and the globe. And this initiative will be the seed for many more to come. And with that, I'd like to thank Dr. Poole and the Chantilly High School for giving me this opportunity to talk in front of all of you. Thank you very much. Looking forward to.